Zoom virtual backgrounds and silly
Yes.
glasses and
You gotta show your
accompaniments.
happiness. That's what it is.
There you go. Our unique
Well-
happiness, right?
It's hump day.
Yeah. No, that's beautiful. You look great. So so we are going to have
I'm moving.
we are going to have a fun little session. Let me kill the sound on that thing right there. Okay, good. You guys can hear me okay?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, very good. Well, good to see you all. Welcome to our daily success call for Wednesday, the 14th of July. I've got this this head says it's out of range, trying to connected. You guys can still hear me, so I'm just going to run with it. If anybody could just go ahead and scream and yell if you can't hear me,
You're
that
getting
would
a
be
little
good.
laggy or something.
Little laggy. Okay, well, I'm driving through Middle Delaware right now on my way to Philadelphia. So we'll see how the
Well, I'll go
signal holds
outside
up.
and wave to you.
Yeah, I'm driving right past you, Chris. That's
Oh,
right.
there you go.
Yeah, there I am. So we may have an abbreviated session today. We'll see how this goes. But I said I would be here, so here I am. I guess that's part of the topic, just doing what you say you're going to do and showing up. But also yesterday, I want to acknowledge everyone who's been diligently building your business, especially in these initial stages. And you're obviously getting to meet lots of new people here in the community, and that is, I think, very helpful. I actually got an unsolicited email from several of you, but one in particular was just coming to mind where someone who actually Sue, you're probably going to see this on recording. Sue's it's 3:17 a.m. right now on the east coast of Australia. Sue's down under, and Sue wants me and everyone to know how much she's getting out of these daily get-togethers, despite the fact that she can't be here live, because her body requires sleep. Can you believe that? Sleep. Oh, so some of us really like comfort, So, Sue, we love you. Glad you're here, and all of our friends down under who tune in on the recordings as well. But look, here's I think something that we can just look at, very lightheartedly, because it's Wednesday. It's not Fun Friday yet. Okay. Hi, Kim. But something we can look at is just our consistency. And I know I harp on this a lot, but I do it for a reason. Because look, every day that we show up here and every day that we get a little bit closer, like we celebrated some wins yesterday while I was sitting in the parking lot for the Six Flags, roller coaster thing, which, by the way, quick tangent. Okay. My daughter, my 10-year-old daughter, was right there. My daughter and I rode the Nitro yesterday. Anyone who's been to Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey, 80-mile-an-hour roller coaster, total insanity. Yeah.
Before funnel cake or after funnel cake?
Before. Thank you for asking. Before funnel cake. Yes.
Smart man.
We did not. Yeah, we did not brave the Joker though. They got this ride called the Joker now. It's like a roller coaster. There's all these spins, and it looks like a puker, like a real puker.
Not a
so
puker,
we were not.
I was pretty dizzy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So some of those rides are just like, So yeah. Anyway. But even there, here we were getting together yesterday. Now we're getting together today while my wife is driving. And look, every little step that we can take to move ourselves in the direction of our goals, the reason that we showed up here in the first place, is to be celebrated. Now I'm saying this for me because it's easy for me to not smell the roses. It's easy for me to say, well, yeah, you got these 15,000 things done, but what about those other 30,000 things? They're not done yet. Right. So I know we kind of touched on this. Was it Monday, perhaps? The idea that, that we can be our own worst critics. And so I wanted to just take a moment today with however much time we have here. I'm driving through some sort of a swamp. For those of you who've never been to Delaware, there's lots of grasslands and swamps and trees and more swamps. But because right on the coast, you see, and there's all these little inlets and marshes and all that. My daughter saw a firefly yesterday. That was exciting for her. We don't have those in Arizona apparently, but the idea that we could be sufficient right where we're at right now is a pleasing thing. And I think there's a saying, when I feel good, I tend to do good, right? Like when my emotional state is up, my stats thing about this. I think you all know, or many of you know, hey Tremaine, good to see you. Many of you know that I run multiple businesses, and so it's easy for me to be, 14 hours in a day doing all different kinds of stuff, and still not everything gets done, but we get lots done. However much can be done in that day. But something that because I've been on this Wallace kick lately, Science of Getting Rich. Something that Waddle said is to do today's work today. There'll be plenty of time tomorrow to do tomorrow's work. So in other words, to remain in present time with this stuff, and to not overwhelm yourself, but at the same time not procrastinate, right? To do the proper amount of on-purpose action. And we talked about, I think it was in this group, did we talk about what qualifies as efficient action? Missy, did we talk about that the other day? Efficient action according to Wallace Wattles?
I think we did. I got to check my notes, but I
Okay.
think we did.
So there were 2 points of focus that he said. If we're going to take action and we intend to be successful, he said that if every action you take is an efficient one, then you cannot help but get rich. It has to work.
Yes.
If on the other hand, if the majority or all your actions are inefficient, then you must fail. You will remain poor. And then he qualifies what is an efficient action. And it's one in which you remain focused on purpose and faith. Does that ring a bell? Anyone
Yes.
talked about that? Right. Okay. So if I'm taking an action and I'm focused on the purpose, my purpose, and the purpose of the action, and the faith that yes, I can actually accomplish this, and this is good and right, and I can do it, right? That for me is an elevated emotional state. That's a feeling of confidence and certainty. Of course, he talks about it in the book, doing things in this certain way. That's the certain way. That's efficient action. That's purposeful and acting in faith. Well, fantastic. Okay. Does that sound like, here's the contrast, right? Does that sound like, me being frantic and oh my goodness, it's never enough, and inefficiency. And I don't know if any of you have experienced that, right? Where you're already working and you're thinking, I need to be doing this other work because, I've got so many things coming at me at once. That's something to avoid. And so here's the punchline for all this. Once we get this stuff going, okay, and you guys are building machinery now that can create beautiful momentum and leverage for yourself. But as you get that going and as you experience that momentum, you don't have to have your hands in the pot all the time. So like while I've been traveling, of course, we got a whole team of
We lost you, John.
let me know when I'm back. Somebody
You're back.
You're back.
let me know. I am back.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Okay, very good.
But we
So-
missed what you said, momentum.
Well, it was the momentum thing, Cynthia, was the most profound thing that ever came out of my mouth. And it's so sad that you didn't get to hear what I said just after that. I forgot what it was already, but
We're sad.
uh,
You said, once we get this stuff established,
oh my goodness. But the point is that when we get these things in place, right? Let's say 3,000 products listed. Maybe that sounds like a big number for you, but I'm telling you that's not unrealistic. Okay, so
you're gone again.
the people who are participating, learning how to. I'm gone again. My goodness, back pretty soon. Hopefully, I'm back.
Yes, you're back.
You're back-ish.
Okay, very good. So, as I was saying, for the second time, and here comes number 3, that once we've got this stuff set up, you're going to find
Oh, gosh.
You're gone again.
He's the alien.
It
That
sounds like
same-
I'm transported off the Enterprise.
let's
Yeah.
see.
Hello, John.
Okay. Okay.
There he is.
Let me know. I'm going to make one profound point. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Now we can.
Okay. Okay. I've got 5 bars LTE for what it's
Mhm.
worth. 5 bars LTE
That's
here in where am I? Dover. I'm in Dover.
Oh.
So that's where they got the racetrack. Okay. So if let's say we've got 3,000 products listed.
Hello?
Ours doesn't matter.
This
LTE
would be
is the problem.
extremely important because he
Which
can't
may or
seem
may
to
not
get it.
seem realistic to your number. Did I just cut out again?
Yeah,
Yes.
you
Yes.
did. LTE is the problem.
Okay.
LTE is not.
Unbelievable.
If you
All
can't
right.
say, don't worry.
So here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. Okay. Because obviously this isn't working out for me. I'm tethering onto my iPhone. Here's my internet connection. 3 bars now. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to make a quick point, and then I'd love for you guys to just have a little conversation with yourselves. I will sit here and moderate for a couple of minutes, but obviously this isn't just panning out. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
You can.
Yes.
Fantastic. So the point is that once you've got several thousand products listed and you've got momentum with that, you've got some leverage with that, and you're able to see statistically what could be optimized and what you could do less of. In other words, do more of what works and less of what doesn't. You will find that there's another kind of efficiency that occurs, and that is the efficiency of being able to put things on autopilot, which at the outset may seem unimaginable at this point. I've mentioned to a few of you, my wife and I run a branding and marketing agency. There's a whole staff of people, artists, which I'm not one of them, video editing people, which I'm not one of them, web designers, I'm not one of them. Okay, so these are people who do arguably better work than I could do in those fields, in those areas of expertise. They're working right now, despite me driving past Dover Downs. There it is, right there. But despite me having some time with family, which I know is one of the reasons we all got started with this deal, right? I don't think any of you got here because you just wanted to be, chained to your desk or your computer all the time. So again, let's think from the end, right? And let's expect, yes, let's actually create some expectancy that we're going to have those experiences. In fact, it doesn't have to take that long. It doesn't have to take that long. These are things that we can put in place rather expeditiously, right? Once we've got all these, basic logistics and different things set up. But here's the most important point I want to make out of all of this is that your elevated emotional state and what you may or may not know that you're getting out of these, just being in the community, working cooperatively with other people and getting tips and having a bit of camaraderie. That's actually part of our pay. Like in any business. And here's the unique point of demarcation between what we've got here and this is very deliberate, by the way. This wasn't by happenstance, okay? But what we've got here compared to what most people are attempting to do in online business, they're solopreneurs. And I get that you may not have employees. You may not want to scale your outset. We'll say you're a solopreneur. That doesn't mean you're in alone. Going it alone, which is what so many people on the internet do, man, that's a rough road. And look, especially, and I'll say this may or may not be relevant to you. It's not terribly relevant to me because I've been online for so long. But there have been a lot of people who have lost their, let's say, their social circles, or their, even being able to go to an office, which was something that was familiar to them, and experiencing part of the pay of life and of working and of being on purpose, right? Is that you get to also do that with other people. Nobody's living in a cave here, right? So you may have lost that via COVID. I can tell you, I've met thousands of people who are in that position, who have now turned to the internet, one, for a way to make money and survive and pay their bills, which of course is good and right. But just the glee, yes, the elation that comes with, my goodness, I'm not alone in this. That's big. And sometimes, because it's not terribly relevant for me because I've been doing online stuff for so long, I've mentioned that I've made millions of dollars with people I've never met in person and may never meet in person. They're on the other side of the planet. Okay, fine, whatever. But still, there's that sense of common purpose. That's a big, big deal. So, couple small subtopics for you today. I'm going to put my phone down and see if I can maintain a signal. I'd love to hear from you guys since apparently my connection is not reliable. So, and I see here Leslie. Let me just check the chat here real quick. Yes, John, ran home office for your landscape company for a decade alone. That's why you see value in being connected with others through the same thing. Yeah, Leslie, when we feel good, we do good, right? When it's, and that's, again, not an all alone kind of a thing, which by the way, that also goes into your goals, right? So your goals, and I know this idea has come up a couple times this week, you know, the idea of, is this all just for me? Sort of like a cynical approach? No, okay, but is it something that you can do, like, let's say with your family, now that you're making, you know, Cynthia says, John, you're coming in clear now. Fantastic. Now that I'm done with my opening monologue. But is it something that only affects you? No, we talked about the butterfly effect briefly, right? So you being happy and successful, right, which is why you came here in the first place, but you being that now, okay, before the money even shows up, that is so impactful in ways that you don't even know, like at the outset. Here's the thing, all of us were strangers a month ago, and now Missy's like my sister, or some relative, some wacky distant relative, right? Anissa, I know Anissa, right? Kim, of course, Kim, right? And Jan, you know what, Jan, we go way back, okay? But yeah, I know you, okay? So think of the reach and the expansiveness of that, and now see what you can do. Back to business and back to, you know, your creative work, right? See what ideas are coming up for you now that you've got all these interactions with other people, right? In some cases, how many ideas have we got just on these calls without even trying to get the ideas? It's like, oh, there's an idea for a cup. That would look great on a shirt. I think it was Anissa that held up held up a shirt that said,
God is
God,
dope.
dope,
God is
right?
dope.
Okay, right.
God
So
is
there's,
dope.
yeah, there you go. So what does that mean? I don't know. I guess there's lots of people who know what that means. So, okay, great.
He doesn't do
Really?
dope. He's just cool.
Right. It's not. Yeah. Okay, got it. So thank you. Thank you for being a part of this, and thank you for suffering through my traveling experience here as I do this mobile. Tomorrow, I'm going to be here with you in a stationary location, and then you know what's going to happen Friday? You're going to see me in my office in Phoenix, and it's going to be sound, microphones, lights, camera, action, calmness, and my little three-legged dog running around, dragging his ass around the floor. That's what it's going to be. So if you guys got any commentary, please come on out. I know there's just a bit of a tongue bath I'm giving you today because I love you guys. And that's why I'm here. I'm here, you know, consistently because this is big. This is a big deal that we're doing here. Consider it that way, right? This is like a big triumphant, you know, resurgence of you, right? Via this community you didn't even expect, right? So who's got some thoughts? Please feel free to come on out and do that.
Well, people are too slow, so I jumped in. Somebody mentioned yesterday they started a group together, and Jan and I have done that, and it's been extremely helpful and inspiring. Because of that, I finally got Etsy unsuspended and my store opened and unlogged.
Yeah.
Well,
And
congratulations, Missy.
camaraderie is, I can't even find a word for it. It's just been wonderful. It's a new best friend. It's
It's valuable.
and so are you. You're my wacky brother that we don't talk about. But
Over gravy.
Gravy, right? You got it. Thank you, Missy. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Who else has some thoughts?
I have to say, I agree with you, John. This is the bonus pay because I've done it alone and it's really harder. It really is. This is like the go juice every day. And I love it. And I'm so thankful. John, thank you for sacrificing your family time.
Yeah.
I'm so aware of the fact that this is your time with your family, your precious daughter, especially at 10. So thank you for making that for us. We don't want to keep you too long so you can go be with her and your wife. But it is a value to us, to me especially. I'm so thankful for all of you and your contributions. Thank you.
Thank you, Cynthia. And look, this is also a demonstration for my daughter, right? It's like you say you're going to show up, you show up. So, I mean, she's an entrepreneur. She runs a little custom jewelry business now. She got a website that she made on her own, right?
Wow.
And yeah, and she's got like herbal, essential oil room sprays and stuff. And so and she does like the farmers market, tables. But that's what I was talking about. What effect are we having beyond just us, right? There's one sitting right there. And,
Amazing.
I damn well better set a good example. I'm either part of the problem or part of the solution, right? So anyway, so there's that. Thank you. Thank you for that acknowledgement. Linda, you've got your hand up. I see you, Linda.
Yes, I just wondered, what's the time frame with this? How many more of these sessions do we get with you?
Millions. Yes.
Yay!
Yes.
Yay!
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, Linda, is that when I was just getting started as an entrepreneur, several lackluster attempts, Linda, that were, me trying to figure everything out, and really, there was instruction, I suppose, but a lot of winging it, and not a whole lot of people to talk to and mentor with. And so what I have found for myself is that when I'm not alone in the game, completely unfair advantage. In fact, for those of you going through the accelerator and who are intent on really doing this, you may have an opportunity to work very closely with Rachel. So I'm just letting you know that that's a possibility. Rachel, Adam, the senior staff, these are people who are nonstop, like they just keep showing up and they're doing it at a way high level. So anyway, just so you know so I show up here every day because I know what it was worth to me when I was newer in business, and thank God people showed up in my life to have me notice things that I couldn't see. I couldn't see because I was in the thick of it, but they were outside of it and they could see objectively, and they've walked the path before me. Completely unfair advantage. Unfair. That's how we play. We play to win. So I'm going to go ahead and shut up. I saw Leslie and Ishmael and Renee, and I see somebody waving their hand. Is that Maggie? Hey, Maggie.
Yeah.
Hi, Maggie.
I just needed to ask, I found more of the materials, so that was good. But I do need to ask somebody a few questions at some point. And I haven't talked to the accountability guy yet. He's in Australia. And I just don't know if that's working out. But I have a copyright I want to talk about and things like that. So just find out more about.
Very, very good. So who's your accountability rep, Maggie?
It's Jason, and he said, I had talked to you that one other time, and he said he didn't call me because I hadn't talked to you or something. And I was like, and he said he sent this email, and I can't even find it yet. I'm not sure. I need, Australia's awfully far away. The hours, are so different.
Oh yeah. Well, is he in Australia?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's fine. We do lots of good work with Aussies. What I'll do is I'll put in a note to admin and let them know that Maggie McFarland could use a call from Jason. And you got his number, right?
I might. I have his email.
Jason's in the Philippines.
Oh, he is?
Okay.
Yeah, I talked to him a couple days ago. He's in the Philippines.
what's their time schedule? I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm on Pacific Standard. I don't know, but if it's too far away, it's really hard to talk to people, you know? Your hours are so different.
Yeah, world, but just understand that they're dealing with thousands of students and they understand time zones.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
know that.
Okay. So, and it's not like you need to do a whole lot with it. You just basically need to get your next steps. And look, there's an email address,
Okay.
which is help at knowledge source. Help
Mhm.
at low hanging ecom. Help at lowhangingecom.com. And if
Okay.
you have any like membership questions or like technical kind of stuff, help at lowhangingecom.com is
Okay.
the lifeline. All right. I think we're
Maggie?
stopping at a rest area.
Maggie,
Yeah.
I would recommend, if you haven't already,
Yes.
maybe you have, on the Facebook group, if you go and do search out copyright or something like that, there may be help there. I know I found help that way by using the search in Facebook group. I don't know if you've done that already.
Yeah, I have to get accepted. I just tried yesterday, and it's not that, it's I have applied for one, but I just kind of thought I think I'm getting it, and I thought I should talk to somebody about it, you know?
Well, I have a copyright on a
just to
couple
get
things, and it takes a while with the government.
Yeah. Right now I'm listed, but who knows, you know? But anyway, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. I'm sure it's all going to get worked out. Thank you,
Yeah.
Maggie. So glad you're here. We got Leslie and Ishmael and Renee and Cynthia who have hands up. So let's hear from them. Leslie.
Hi.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to point out, it's really interesting to me. For one thing, I just wanted to say, it seems like you always seem to talk about the things that are up for me the next day. Like last night, I had a ton of things to do and I was getting into a panic, and then I just said, what am I panicking for? I can just do the rest tomorrow. So I actually had that exact thought last night, and it really helped me to calm down and just keep focused. When you panic, you spin out. And then I just, like what we're talking about is just so hugely useful. I worked by myself. I ran a corporation just coming out of hairdressing. I didn't know anything. I was the IT department, the insurance person, payroll, So it really, and I remember spending a lot of nights in the fetal position because we had to make it. We took a loan out against my ex-husband's family property. So we really didn't have a choice but to make it. And so it's just, there is a lot of support here, and it's great. And just being connected in with this group, it really is a momentum thing, and it's very much appreciated.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you. So glad you're here. And it appears that I'm 3 miles from Chris's house right now at this rest area in somewhere Delaware. So hi, Chris. Yeah, I guess we're neighbors. Yeah. Okay. Smyrna. There we go. We got trees, and apparently we have a potty for little girls to use. So that's nice. Okay. Thanks for having it here, Chris. It was your tax dollars that paid for this, I think.
Your pleasure is my pleasure.
Oh, fantastic. All right. So thank you, Leslie. Always good to hear from you. Who else had their hands up? Was it Ishmael? And yeah, come on out. Who's next? Ishmael?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
I can.
You can hear me. Fantastic. Well, it's funny though. You're in Delaware. I'm in Philly.
I'm going to be passing through in about an hour.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. What was I going to say? Yeah, no, I mean, it's kind of funny that a couple of weeks ago we were all strangers. Now we're slowly becoming a family, a functional family, not a dysfunctional family, which is awesome.
Well, that's a good thing.
Which is really awesome. Because I mean, I look forward to getting up in the morning, and, I look forward to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, I want to see what these guys are up to, what's going on with John. And like I said, I feel motivated. I'm plowing through everything here, and I'm, getting everything ready, the store ready. And I'm like, I'm so excited. I'm about ready to explode. But I just look forward to like 1 o'clock. It's just my thing. On the weekends, I miss you guys. I'm like, I can't wait till Monday.
That's great. Well, isn't that how work should feel? Right. And I get that we're not, turning the wrench at this exact moment. But look, even like with some of the most distasteful work, in my opinion. Let's say, all right, law enforcement, right, which I've never been in. Okay, but that's rough work, right? These guys meet each day, kind of like the muster or the huddle, right? That's important, right? All right, Bob, you're going to be on, duty over there, and again, I don't have personal experience with it, but why do they meet every day? Every day, right? And they got each other's back too. That's big, right? At least that's how I interpret it. Thank you, man. So glad you're here, Ishmael. Thanks for being here, brother. I miss you on weekends too. I think of Ishmael when I'm doing the weekend thing. So.
One more thing before I go, John. I'm what do you call it? I'm an old school kind of guy, but you guys are becoming my ride or die here.
Aw, same here.
You guys are becoming my family. I'm sorry, it's just a thing with me. You're becoming my ride or die. I figured
Awesome.
I'm honest. So
All right.
Thank you so much, John.
Glad you're here, brother. All right, we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
I see
All right.
one more hand up. I saw two. Now I see one. Renee has the floor.
Hi, everyone. I'm just trying to find out. I started, I think, about the time that everyone else did, but I ran into it by chance. And then it was I already had so many things going. So I had to clear my plate because I'm nope, this is what I'm supposed to do. So this is only my second Zoom that I've been on. That's why I asked who is new. And I've spent the last year by myself trying to learn social media and everything after being a bartender for 22 years. So I've owned, I've managed, I've done all of that. But so this social media thing, I've self-taught myself the last year. So my question is, am I late to the party? How do people catch up to the party? And how do we know where the party is when we jump on? Those are my questions, because I love resources. I love if I have a question that somebody else knows, or maybe I know something that somebody else does. Is there any kind of camaraderie like that? So maybe you guys could ask. That's why I asked, is everyone new? Some people seem to be brothers and sisters already. So
Yeah.
I want to join the party. I just want to say
Okay,
hi.
well, just so you know, we're all new, and I hosted the first such session that we're in right now on Memorial Day weekend, or that right around Memorial Day. So end of May, beginning of June. So what are we going on? 6 weeks now, maybe? So that's as aged as anyone. In fact, I remember Andy being on here. Is Andy on here? And Andy, there was 3 or 4 people who had gotten the memo. And I was like, Andy, just watch. This is going to get up to 300 people. And obviously a lot of people watch the recordings as well because of time zones and et cetera, et cetera. But but yeah, we're all new. So don't think that you've missed a whole lot. And look, here's the thing, Ishmael is newer than you are. Okay.
Yeah. And
Trying
just
to
to
connect.
make you feel,
Okay. I'm back.
sorry, Renee, I was one of the earlier on, and things go by with life, and I'm listening to everybody, and I'm so proud of all of you guys that I've met in the beginning. But things do, my daughter's moved back from Vancouver. I do have another job. So I do feel a little behind, but I know it's going to happen. So I put some things aside, just so that I can focus on what I needed to get out of my plate. So you'll do fine. We're all going to do fine, right?
Thank
Do it in your
you.
own timeline, right?
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm happy to be here. I think everyone's so cool in this group. So thank you.
You are. I'm just.
John, you're gone again.
Hanging out with you, Renee. So glad you're here. So are we still
I didn't
connected?
hear- I
Did
didn't
just
hear
lose
anything.
my signal?
I didn't hear anything you said until we're glad you're here. That's all
Everyone's
that matters.
frozen. How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, great. I was saying, I'm
Shoot.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not supposed
All
to
right.
get the message.
okay. So I was just saying, I'm just here to hang out with you, Renee. So as long
Okay.
as you're here, I'll keep showing up. All right.
And also,
So
I'll pick you up. How's that? Thank
awesome.
you.
All right.
Ah,
RSHM iPhone, and then Josie, RSHM iPhone. Who's that?
Hi, it's Rebecca. I have a
Hey.
question. I have a question. I've been talking to a few people about it who are involved in internet businesses already, and now they want me to refer to them. Is there any sort of referral program or link or anything specific I need to direct them to? Because I honestly came across it just like Renee, just like it was almost by happenstance, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, oh, okay, I need to do that. And now I don't even remember where I got it. So.
Ah, right. You know what? There may be, help@lowhangingecom.com. Ask them, because that's a membership issue. Is there like a referral code or something you can refer others to, the course and maybe get a commission?
Sounds great. Thanks, John.
Trying to connect it. Okay, hopefully you got to hear that. I would connect with them and find out, what's in place for that. There may be like an affiliate program. Pretty much everything these days has an affiliate program.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so check it out. Thank you, Rebecca.
Thanks, John.
All right, well, my pleasure. We'll take one more. Yosi, you've got the floor.
Hiya, everybody. I just joined about a week ago, and I'm in the throes of moving across the country in 2 weeks, so hence all the boxes. I have a lot going on. I just jumped in anyway because I thought there's no time like now, and I'll take it one day at a time. Sometimes I feel a little overwhelmed. The main thing is that I've committed to being here every evening, even if I'm a little late, because I thought consistency is key. And that's what matters. And I haven't gotten around to like reading all the stuff and going on Facebook. It's there, and I'm following up and I'm watching the videos and answering the questions. And I think that is, what matters a lot. Because sometimes I listen to other people and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I'm so behind. But I'm thinking, no, hang on. You only just joined, but you're moving forward, and that's what counts. So I just wanted to say thank you to everybody and to Renee as well. Well done. And the main thing is to take that step and just to keep moving and not stay stationary. So I just want everybody to be encouraged and just know that it's not a race. The main thing is just to learn and to show up and do the work at your own pace. But don't be too slow. Anyway, that's my pace.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for that. See, the overwhelm is not what we signed up for. Nor is underwhelm.
You're not hearable.
We want to have the correct amount of well. All right, so that should be our focus.
Yes.
The
John, I
correct
think you're going back
amount
in
of
time.
well.
We
Okay,
can't
very
hear
good.
you.
Okay, very good. So we're let's wrap up. You guys, I'm so happy to be here with you. I'll be here with you again in 23 and a half hours. In the meantime, make it an awesome day because you totally deserve it. And let's get some work done. Let's see what we can get done today, and we'll catch you back here tomorrow, okay? Thanks, you guys.
Thanks.
All right, see
Thank
you
you.
soon.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
John.
Bye, everybody.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.